Wow. Oh, wow. So, it's been a while, hasn't it? After almost 2 years of not uploading and doing my own thing, I think it's high time I come back. I've had this nagging thought in the back of my head that I need to make videos again. I keep asking myself, why not make another video? Why not give it another shot? And that's what I'm here for. So I'd like to formally welcome one and all to the new era of cool stuff. I'm going to put as much effort into my content as I possibly can, but I'm sure you've all got some questions, so let's just jump into them and get something straight. Okay, first question.
Does Cool Stuff even still play Team Fortress 2?
Yes, very often, but not as much as I used to. That part of me will never change. I love this game too much to ever leave it. Besides, the whole meme is people never actually leave TF2. They just take an extended break, even if they frame it as a departure. I mean, there's a whole reason why I've still been playing since the bot crisis, and hell, even since the Uber update I've still been playing. Not on this account, mind you, but I still play Team Fortress 2 a lot. You do not have to worry, there are zero intentions of me ever leaving this game. Second, and probably the only question you want an answer to if I'm being honest.
Will Cool Stuff ever come back to YouTube?
So, it's complicated. I'll touch base as to why in a little bit, but here's the important thing. I'm willing to give it one last good old college try. I've been toying around with the idea for the better part of 6 months now, and I think I've worked out something that will work for me. I'm going to try and set a goal for myself. 1 video per week. Any type of video, but it must be TF2 related. I say that because this is primarily a TF2 focused YouTube channel. IT and IRL videos, sure, but there must be 1 TF2 video every week, and honestly I think I can manage that. Third.
Do you think Cool Stuff will ever stream on Twitch again like he used to?
Most likely not. When I streamed, that was during the pandemic because I had nothing but time. No school, minimal work hours, forced to stay at home, you know, the standard COVID affair. Essentially, Twitch was how I passed the time. I even had a big boost during that whole stupid fake RCE scare that went around back in 2020. I was the only dude streaming TF2 at the time, so I capitalized on it once Valve responded to the issue publicly. I even had a bot in my Twitch chat linking people to the posts that Valve had made. I had a decent amount of viewers as I was the only person streaming Team Fortress 2. I might in the future try and establish a stream schedule, along with commissioning redos of all of my emotes for the chat, but that's further along the pipeline if YouTube actually works out for me, relatively speaking. I gotta say though, streaming on Twitch and actually interacting with my audience in real time is something that I personally just absolutely love about the platform. Fourth.
What has Cool Stuff been doing this entire time anyways?
Ah yes. Where have I been all this time? Yeah, well, as dull as the answer is, life. As much as I'd love to say I was out hiking in the Himalayas of the Tibetan Plateau, training with Buddhist monks and learning the dark arts of hitting a single air shot, I was actually just working my job. Yeah, pretty much I've been working my desk job of trying to keep an entire site at the company I work for from falling apart. I work in their IT department, so I'm always tired at the end of the day and never feel like making anything at all. So I just log on, talk to some of my friends on Discord, play some Team Fortress 2 or VR, and just go to bed. Rinse and repeat. Maybe now with me coming back for one last hurrah will be a good thing in the end for my mental health. I don't know, only time will tell. And fifth.
Why did Cool Stuff even quit making videos in the first place?
Well, most of the same from the last question. The only difference is I felt unfulfilled creatively. I always treated this YouTube channel as a hobby, nothing more. Sure, my audience had some ways to support myself financially, but it was always an optional thing and never mandatory. I don't really believe in that for my case, since I was just making stuff that I wanted to make for fun. I kinda had the mentality of, if someone else likes what I make too, they're free to come along for the ride. And that's pretty much how it's always been. But this last push I do is gonna be different. I'm gonna buckle myself in, get better at Sony Vegas, SFM, and audio mixing to try to make some of the best content I can, and push myself so I can be the best version of myself I can be in the digital space. I'm going to try to make the most entertaining and captivating content I can, so we'll see where this goes. The only thing that's left is where to now. Well, I'm not sure when I'll upload my next video. I've got ideas for some videos, but they're gonna take some time to produce, so we'll see about that. All you need to know is, by the time you're seeing this very video you're watching now, I've begun working on new videos. My plan is to get 2 to 3 videos ready to upload before publishing a new video publicly after this one. This is so I can get a backlog going so I can focus on getting videos created on a schedule, where I can always be away for a week or so and still release a video in my absence on time. I truly think it's important to honor a promise, and if that promise is a video a week, I'm going to do all I can to meet this goal. And something you probably have already noticed that I did to meet this goal is I have a new microphone. You can probably tell if you listen back to some of my old content that the microphone was, yeah, it sure was a COVID purchase. I bought some random Fi-Fine microphone and some boom arm off of Amazon, and I had been using that for about 4 years. Yeah, that had to come to an end pretty quickly if I wanted to actually upgrade myself and get into a new life. No, I didn't buy an XLR mic because I'm a cheap asshole, but I did buy a different one. The microphone I'm currently using is the HyperX Quadcast S, so a far cry from the microphone I had when I started making videos for this channel. I tried out a couple different mics, and yes, even including the Blue Yeti. No, I don't recommend it, but I figured a mic like this is something that is absolutely a requirement for doing this. Something else I'd also just like to quickly touch on is I'm revamping my entire Patreon. I'm going to be revamping the tiers and giving more rewards. I haven't really used my Patreon at all since 2020, but I'm looking to actually offer some better rewards for people. A lot of the older tiers were not very well set up, if I'm being totally honest. So if you're looking to support me financially, you can take a look at my Patreon and see all of the tiers that I have to offer. If you're at all interested in supporting me financially with this new Cool Stuff Era endeavor, I would honestly be forever grateful if you did. This is totally optional and nobody is obliged to donate to me at all in the slightest. I can make my own money. If you don't donate to me, I will be here tomorrow. If you can't afford it, please don't. There are way better things to spend your money on. But if you're looking to support this channel in any financial capacity, Patreon's the best place to do it. Oh, and one last thing before you go. If you're an older subscriber from back in the day, or a new subscriber coming from some other content made about me, like Dawes' Night with Me, that was a lot of fun, or you're just a random internet surfer who just so happened to stumble upon this video on a channel on YouTube, I'm genuinely so happy that you're here. I'm really looking forward to trying this whole YouTube thing out one last time. Come along with me for the ride, and hang on. I think it's gonna be an interesting one.